Green Arrow issue number 6. You guys know that I've been covering the Mike Grell Green Arrow run. Fantastic run. This is definitely for mature readers. The last issue had and dealt with some very, very, sort of disturbing issues where there was a group of individuals murdering homosexual couples. So it's dealt with here. This is the conclusion to that. Now, I normally don't say, "Oh, there's going to be a warning" or whatever. It is for mature readers, this comic, and it's going to deal with some touchy subjects. And I'm going to try to be as respectful as I can. These comics are very important. I think they're a lot better than modern comics that try to touch on issues like this, because at the heart of it, Green Arrow is still a hero and wants to bring justice, and if that means that he has to cross the line a little bit, he will if he has to. And this definitely deals with like sort of gang violence and things like that. So we're not gonna go through the whole entire thing exactly because of the subject matter. But if you remember, Colin here was a young man who was recruited by a gang, basically forced into it. And the initiation part of it was to either kill someone. Some of the gang members were initiated by having to kill some homosexuals. So it's very disturbing what's going on here. And you can see here, Green Arrow grabs this guy, and this damage to this boy's face was done by the initiators, by the gang, not by Green Arrow. Ollie didn't do this, cause this damage. But he ties up the guys, and he's like, "Okay, I want to know what's going on." So they basically confess to him what's happening, and they come to this guy over here. Sorry, this fellow here who's like this really big shot. Now he's not the guy who's killing them or who's behind it, but his man is. So so there's this character, and then this is the guy Kate Kibo. He is the guy who's behind it. The reason he's behind it is that when he was in prison, some things were done to him, and now he's upset with, and he blames that minority group, let's put it that way. So you can see it's very difficult to really cover this comic and give it the justice that it deserves because of the regulations of YouTube and all this other stuff, right? I can't really. So it's not a cop out, but I can't really go through every little thing that happens. But there's a lot of discussion here, and you think now. Typically, these social topic comics, they don't do it for me. I want action and superhero stuff, but this is what and see. There's like drug use, right? But this is what this Green Arrow series did, and I don't think it was doing it to try to, pat Mike Grell in the back saying, "Oh, I'm covering these great issues." It's not a virtue signal. I think he's like, I feel that these stories are important and I want to tell them, and I don't want to hold back. So put the mature readers tag on it. Let's go from there. Green Arrow shows up finally here, not pretty early on, and there's a lot of discussion here with what are we going to do with this guy, because this man is murdering people. And it's wrong, and we've got to put a stop to it. And he's also, and it's interesting because this other criminal is running, an empire, a criminal empire, and this guy's actually putting it in jeopardy. So this is kind of weird because Green Arrow is really just street level. He's like, "Look, I just want to take this guy down who's killing these people. Colin is someone I know. The guy got recruited into this gang. This is a bunch of crap, and this needs to stop." And Green Arrow is almost like, "I'm going to take this guy down, and then I'm going to come after you because you're still running a criminal empire," and that's cool. So Green Arrow shows what's going on. Now, I don't even think that this boss guy even knew at this point what was exactly going on. But then when Kibo comes in with his boys, we have a pretty good standoff here with Green Arrow. And Green Arrow's like, "Listen, you shoot me and I let go of this arrow and it's over," because it's not even like I gotta cock the trigger, pull something or whatever, cock the hammer. It's like I just let go and this guy's dead. So they throw their guns down because Green Arrow's got the edge here, and So you can see that the newspaper clippings are there. And he's like, okay, well, what's your problem? You're putting my stuff at risk here. And he's like, he says the F, not the F word, the other F word. He calls him that. And this guy's like, look, man, whatever. So the problem is though, is that what do you do? Because he still needs Kibo on his team or whatever, but now he's bringing all this heat down. So that's sort of the bringing the heat down. It's like if everyone's going to come looking after you, Green Arrow's like saying, "Wait, you think the cops aren't going to figure this out eventually? I'm smarter and I'm on top of stuff, but they're going to figure this out and they're going to come for you. So what's the deal here? What are you going to do?" And it's like, okay, and it's like, all right, you're on. It's like you got to earn respect. So he's like, I'm not going to just hand them over to you. You have to earn your respect here. So basically, there's like almost like a gauntlet kind of set up here. And Green Arrow has to go from one end. He has to go from one end to the other end. And as these guys beat him up, so you can see they're in circle, so they can't leave the circle. And Green Arrow has to stay within the lines. And he literally, there's nunchucks and stuff. So Green Arrow, like, look at this great art here. We don't talk about the art enough in this comic. Really awesome panel here, going through, beating these guys up, getting hit, smashed. Green Arrow gets hit here pretty good, but he makes it. So he's like, I want him. I want him. It's like, no, I say we waste him. It's like, nope. It's like, you can't do it. And he explains the reasoning here. Green Arrow punches him, and this guy just shoots him. And Green Arrow's like, well, what? You didn't have to do that. And he's like, well, too bad. So they shot him. Story concludes here with coming back to Colin and saying, hey, Colin, we still like you, and you're a good guy. You want to come back and help us out and work with us and blah, blah, blah. And ends up saying that there's a donation here by Robin Hood, which is obviously Green Arrow, of $100,000 for the Inner City Youth Center. And there you go. Now that actually concludes volume 1 of the trade that I bought. So there you go. So there you guys have it. That concludes that one. Let me know if you want me to continue with Green Arrow. We'll see how it goes. And if you guys like the Mike Grell run, this was just volume 1. I did purchase volume 2, so I can continue this if you want to, if you guys like it. Again, interesting issue. Maybe not for everybody. Typically, if it was done today, it would have been handled very poorly. It would have been very, poorly executed. Would have been probably the writing would have been garbage. But Mike Grell, I think, put a story together that was very, very good. And it got you. You're like, I want to see this guy pay the price, so it's very good. And then he dies at the end, which actually you question yourself. You're like, did he, I guess he deserved to die. He's killing people, right? Regardless and of the motivations behind it, you're still a murderer. So really good. I liked this one. Volume 1, great Green Arrow run. Let me know if you want to see more of it. Anyway, if you like this kind of stuff, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.